War is a series of conflicts that are due to political interests in the society. And unfortunately, I think that the soldiers and the people that are used for fighting these wars, um, they don't really know why they're fighting for. The people in power or the governments sell them this idea that they're fighting for their country, that the other person or the enemy is is bad, and that that the actions that they're doing are the good ones. But I think that they really don't know why are they fighting for. This is related to the Black Mirror's episode Members of Fire, because in this episode the soldiers are fighting these kind of monsters that are called roaches, and they know that killing these things is good and that they're saving people, or that is what they think. But then we know that the roaches are in reality people that are more propense to certain diseases, and the people that employ these soldiers are deceiving the soldiers by changing the way they perceive things, so that they see these people as monsters, and they kill them in an easier way. I think that this is like reality, because sometimes in many wars, the people that wants to fight in this war, for example, I don't know, in Second World War, Hitler used these ideas of selling an stereotype of the other people. For example, saying that Jews were bad people and that they were taking their money and stealing and all that stuff is the same way, but with less technology. So I think that this is very close to reality. Watching the business of war and suffix, I think that these expos of guns and weapons are are very bad, because people is we can see that people is happy by seeing and buying these new technologies, but at the end these things are going to be used to kill people. So I think that these companies are not being ethical, because they're selling weapons to everyone, and they don't really care about the war and about the people that is suffering. They only care about making more money. So I think that this kind of expos is a representation of how bad are we as a society. However, I think that these spaces of training and testing weapons and all of that may be used in a correct way. For example, in private security um, companies, for for uh, guaranteeing the security of people, but not for war. And I don't know. I think that it's really sad that a lot of people is happy in these places by buying and selling weapon and military technologies, when they know that these things are going to be used to kill um, many people. The interview of P.W. Singer and Matthew Power, I think that I agree with many of the ideas of P.W. Singer, because I think that science fiction helps to develop more technologies, and unfortunately, many of these technologies aren't used in a good way. They are mainly due to military purposes, and I think that yes, war will change, and I think that it is already changing the way that wars are fought, and I think that this is dangerous, because now with these technologies it is easier to take lives and don't feel guilty about it. For example, we have these drones that can detect someone, and shoot at him. And well, if you are the soldier that launched this drone, probably you can justify yourself by saying that the drone did it and you didn't do anything. So I think that this is dangerous and that will affect our society in a bad way if we don't regulate these kind of weapons and military technologies.